Sync Esports versus Bad Monkey game that I was looking forward to got rescheduled to tomorrow instead. But at least the first series of the day was very entertaining, and of course we got this one now to follow it up. So I think I will survive.
Yep.
So far, by the way, let's take a look at the blind bands here. We got, no, wait, actually, yeah, the Moira and the Swiftblade for the Legion side, and the Tremble and the Midas for the Hellborn team. So, Evil Corporation not blind banning Clanks. They are actually blind banning Tremble over Clanks. Why is that?
Wait, sorry?
Why do you think that Evil Corporation is valuing the blind ban onto Tremble rather than the blind ban onto the Clanks?
I think Trembles offers a lot more map awareness than a Clanks does. Clanks is obviously scary in team fights, but I would definitely rather play against a Clanks than a Tremble.
Is that so? I guess that depends on what team that you're going up versus again, as well.
This is like, if someone used to pick Clanks, I would just go for like Dr. Ravna heroes. They rape him so hard, and like heroes like Fate as well. When Fate is 6, Clanks is gonna be so afraid of farming, I think.
That is a good point to make. We got, yeah, the Clanks, the Behemoth, and the Bubbles for the Legion team so far. And then, yeah, the Andromeda Fate, and they'll receive a Revenant third pick now for this Hellborn side. Do you think that could potentially be played by Tankafet here?
I think so. I mean, if I was playing still, I would have played a Fade and Tank would have done Revenant mid, but I obviously don't know if Bray plays Fade. But I would imagine Tank is gonna play Revenant this game.
Alright, yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I guess they got a few options, but yeah, it is kind of leaning towards that Tankafet is playing the Revenant at least. He has had some very dominating performances with the hero in the past, or even in Cycle 1, I believe. I'm not entirely sure if you guys were playing it versus Complexity in the loser bracket finals. I almost want to say that you guys did.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think that you guys ended up winning that game, but it was a
No.
relatively close one.
Yeah, that was game 3. I remember we lost it. It was really close. The thing is, when you pick Fade and does this trial, you need to like have so much impact on Fade and the other support. We've seen like Sync do it as well, where Omi and I did the same when I played Fade. You just like get nothing done. You just run around through all 3 lanes and does jack shit. So you really gotta mix it up. And if you pick this Fade second support,
Yeah, hitting that level 6 is indeed very crucial to get that map awareness, as you are saying. Now, are there any specific bans here that stands out through the second blind or the banning phase here? We see Zamareth, Doctor Pulsar, and Puppet Master for the Legion side, so definitely valuing the carry heroes very highly. And then on the Hellborn side, we got Rhapsody, Moraxus, and Tundra, so a little bit of a mix there. Tundra, by the way, that kind of stands out.
same. I agree. I did not expect that. I haven't seen they play the hero. I haven't been paying that much attention to scrims and such lately, but I know that Sync loves to run the hero.
Yeah, Mickey has been having some very impressive performances on the hero, yeah,
Definitely.
and that is a good point to bring up here. I know that Sibin knows how to play the hero. I know that Probusk had some experience playing it in the mid role as well, but well, that was quite some time ago. I mean, latest time I saw it, I think it was during season 3 or something. And now when they got Haxoran as well, Probusk is, well, nearly never playing that mid initiation role any longer. So yeah, surprised to see the Tundra ban, but hey, Imba Boy might have seen it in a scrim, as you mentioned. It is going to be the Pharaoh, at least that is the 4th pick for the Legion team.
I think also they picked it a lot because you're so scared of farming when Fade is missing on the map, and you can also you can use the Shiver to scout out Fade and also have him like put rewards, and you can spawn Tundra bird. It's almost like a dust, but a lot better. So that could maybe be why. Same with Revenant. If you play against a Revenant, you put a lot of deep lane wards, and you can have that bird like deep on lanes to scout out ganks.
Yeah, that's a pretty good argument to make. I could definitely see that being the reason for why they decided to blind ban the Tundra. Of course, getting the Bound as well could be very deadly towards the Revenant and the Invis gank. So yeah, good point there to bring that up. Valkyrie is going to be picked up now. Of course, it's good hero versus the Pharaoh, can leap out of the wall, but other than that, versus Bubble, it's kind of difficult to land arrows. I would assume that this is going to be an offensive trial now from the Hellborn team with that Valkyrie in the front.
Yeah, they have so many Invis heroes. I think it's a bit overkill, honestly. There aren't really any heroes that is like super good against invisible. spells, but yeah, they're gonna go with that curse though.
Wow, is this going to be a defensive dual melee support for the Legion team? Behemoth and a curse both in the support role. That is not something that we see too often, but like I would personally have loved to see Behemoth in a little bit more of a farming role this game, because I see like Legion team or the Hellborn team just looks so squishy when you look at their lineup right now. So one good place Shockwave from Behemoth should have been enough to almost genocide him, or
Yep.
genocide him on his own. So all right, do you like this choice by Reason to, or not by Reason, by Mint to have a Curse and a Behemoth in the support roles?
Yeah, I like it a lot. They have so much. What to say? I'm gonna explain that. It's so hard for them to kill clanks. They have like shield, they have silence, they have Pharaoh ult. They have so much like presence to help him. And also, if they clump up, he's gonna like one shot everyone with Behemoth. Look at here, Hellborn. They have like 800 health, all heroes, all 5 heroes.
Yep, that is indeed the point, or that is indeed the fact. I do believe that there is a small weakness though in Legion team's early game, or I can see that before Pharaoh and Bubbles hits level 6, they literally have no teamfight presence at all. Like they are not going to be able to aid their teammates. So yeah, it is going to be up to Accursed and Behemoth, as you said, to keep their clanks alive throughout the entire laning phase. And that also means that it's going to be most likely a Bubbles versus a Revenant in the mid, and then we're going to have Drunken Master versus a Pharaoh in the solo lanes. And like, what do you think about those matchups?
I think Drunken is gonna beat Pharaoh, or I think they're gonna trade farm honestly, and then I think Revenant should stomp the Bubbles. I haven't seen that matchup, but I'm pretty sure Revenant should rate that lineup.
On
It all
paper,
depends
yeah.
on, yeah, exactly. But it's so hard to play. You can't just say like that hero should win when you play like tournaments. You never know where ganks and runes and everything has so much impact. The second support and stuff like that.
All right, let's see. I would predict or assume that the Hellborn team is going to be running through the Legion Forest at least and try to get some wards up here. No forced heroes for either side. And, well, normally Iceland Gogo as well as Tagafet are hero or are players that prefers that forest role. So a little bit surprised actually not seeing any forest heroes whatsoever in this matchup here.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at this, by the way, they need to be careful though. I mean, Behemoth and Clanks, they are probably going to be able to seek defense or protection here from the tower, but they still need to be careful.
I think he's gonna ward their Beamot. Ooh, the flank. Nope.
Oh, ward of sight is going down at least. Sneaky ward placement right there. As you can see, Near's placing one as well to block the pole camp. Andromeda, 4 Minor Totems, by the way. Very tanky build.
I think a lot's gonna come down to this bottom lane though. If Clanks get farm, I think they're gonna steamroll. If Hellborn get like a lot of kills and levels from roaming mid and winning bottom, I think they're gonna win. I think this bottom lane's gonna like decide the game.
Alright, so is it safe to assume that it is going to be a curse that's buying or most of the wards throughout this game?
Yeah, definitely. He needs a peak on Beamot.
Because I do see that, or like I do see that Serenia is, well, he's normally the one placing the wards, and of course Iceland Goga, as we mentioned, is playing the secondary support, more of that roaming around and also playing the forest role. He's actually being the one playing a curse, but I tend to agree. Like I also think that it is going to be a curse that is mainly going to be the ward.
Well, Serenia plays a really good Beamot. That's why I could imagine.
Case initiation straight off the start onto Sib in the mid. He is going to fall victim to this first spot. He's not gonna get away, and the first spot falls in favor of the Hellborn team. Credit goes to Hulifak or Embre at the same time. Yeah, but this is kind of the downside as well with this Legion draft. Like they literally have no lockdown to kill him.
Nope. The only way they kill is if Hellborn goes on them and they fail the gank with a curse shield or something. There's no way they're gonna like get a kill off. The curse is so non-factor.
Yeah, that is indeed a fact. Like that's the same thing kind of goes for Pharaoh and Bubbles as well. Like it feels like they are so like responsive. They are not necessarily the kind of heroes that are going to create too much. It's more just being going to come down to the Hellborn team being the one being aggressive. What's going on in the mid? Sibbe putting on a lot of pressure on Revenant. Damn.
It's almost a kill.
It was, yeah. Actually, they are going to send Bubbles to the suicide lane and going to have the Pharaoh in the mid. Are you surprised by that?
I think, yeah, like I said, Bubbles would probably get stomped by a Revenant. I think that's why. But Drunken has the short lane advantage. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna free from up here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. Haxron putting on a lot of auto attacks so far, at least. But as you can see, Drunken Monster is indeed leading in that creep kills so far, at least. And he also got, of course, that Iron Shield now. A lot of harassment going on in the mid lane as well. Sib is going to be forced to use that health pot, and well, he's still a little bit away from his bottle, so his Revenant is actually going to finish up the 600 gold right here, as we can see. So both mid players are going to get their bottle in the near future, at least.
They would have got a kill Clanks on bottom. I don't know if you saw that, but he landed like a 4-second arrow, 3-second arrow, and then he used a curse shield, and the duration, I mean the stun duration goes off.
That is indeed a problem here. Here we go once again. He doesn't want to use the shield too early, as we can see there. Very well played by Iceland Gogo so far. There comes the shield. The arrow is unfortunately going to miss. The difference between a kill and a death right there. Now they're going to turn it around onto Andromeda. So as you were talking about earlier, they are going to be able to get kills if the Hellborn team overextends.
Yep. That shield is so good against the Valkyrie arrow, though. You see, he's so afraid of using it. Even if he stuns him, he's just gonna shield him, and he's like free to turn the fight around.
Yeah, definitely good heads up by Immoboy, actually valuing on picking up that accursed. Or now I'm talking, yeah, exactly, Serenia.
Yeah.
Mixing these guys up. At the top lane, Bubbles, well, he went for a bottle and Sane went for the Marchers. So as far as it comes to sustainability, Bubbles is going to have the edge. And well, Sane, it's safe to say that he is going to struggle quite a bit right now.
Yeah, that's gonna lose him the lane, I think.
He's going to send up a health pot over here, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it would have been better for him to go for the bottle as well.
I think so as well. I don't know why he bought boots. He's gonna get full health, and then he's gonna get like shelled out, and he needs to buy another health pot. And then Bubba's gonna get the top rune, and he's gonna have to do the same.
Yeah, speaking about the top rune, it's about to spawn here. 2 seconds. Pharaoh is of course going to guess right. He's going to get the bottom one. It's an invisibility, and I wonder if he's going to... Nope, he's not going to head towards the bot lane at least.
Nope.
Yeah, pretty static lane so far. I expected a game full of action, but yeah, I mean, it just comes down to the fact that Accursed is just shielding away that arrow. So the Hellborn team, there isn't too much they can do. They simply want to get experience. I guess they want level 6 onto Fade. That's when it really starts to happening. But I mean, would you perhaps want Andromeda and Fade to kind of move towards the mid lane?
I think they're afraid of getting Clank's farm, but like with this phase, it's just gonna get... Oh, now they're gonna kill Andrew, I think. Yeah, he's dead.
Fisher is indeed going to block him off from running to the left at least, and yeah, down he goes. Valkyrie is actually in trouble as well. This might turn out to be... No, Accursed is not going to change. I almost think that it was a mistake. They had the slow and the bang ability. Obviously, they didn't have vision on Fade, so I guess that was the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Sib still not level 6 though. He's wasting a lot of time here chasing after this Fade. Fisher... I mean, yeah.
He could have mumbled closer, and a curse could have caught up with a Q, I think. Oh, he might die here. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, Revenant is here as well, as you said. Wall of the Mummies is on cooldown. Accursed coming in though. He got that shield. No, he's gonna get stunned. Burning Shadow is actually gonna hit 3 players from the Legion team, and down he goes. So in the end, that works out pretty well for the Hellborn team.
Yeah, definitely. Look at his top lane though. He's he had to run to base and regen. I think if he would have bought a ball, he would be like 350 GPM ish.
Yeah, could have very likely been, but at the same time, Bubbles actually his stats aren't too impressive.
No.
You would have expected him to be a little bit higher almost.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't been paying that much attention to this lane, but yeah, on paper, I think both heroes should be higher GPM.
So this kind of slow-paced game, like it's relatively slow-paced at least, who would you feel like this favors? Is it going to be benefiting the Hellborn team, or is it going to benefit the Legion team?
That's a hard question. Legion obviously want like farm on the Clanks, Thunderclaw and Shrunken so he can use team fight. They only have the Drunken Master Q for him when he has a Shrunken, but at the same time Hellborn, you know, when they get levels on Fade and Revenant and even Andrew, they're just gonna like, they're gonna be so scared of farming on Legion. They don't really have like good counter initiating except for the Pharaoh.
Burning Shadows, by the way, the Rocket and the Fissure stun. Perfect placement right there from Serenia. And Embre actually, he was smoked up, running through the Legion Forest right there. And, well, safe to say that he was caught out of position right there.
Yeah, I almost think they should transition lanes now on Hellborn. They can't kill a Drunken. If Beamont uses his Fissure, he can use carry a pour and pour out. They have no stuns to stop the TP, and then like they need farm a Valkyrie, you know. He's one of those heroes who needs like 4 and GPM before he's gonna be useful, unless he hits arrows, of course, early game.
Yeah, that is indeed true. Oh, initiation on the mid lane. The Psy or the invisibility though, they have a dust, so this should be enough for the kill. Yeah, there is the Fissure just to secure it as well. So that's a good rotation at least coming out from the Legion team.
Agreed. They need those kills. They need the bubbles to do a lot of work. Same with Pharaoh. And I think Hellborn, they can't keep this going on. I think Klang's gonna get a Thunderclaw and get like 500 GPM soon. Yeah. Unless they get a kill off soon.
I tend to agree. It sure looks like this is going to favor the Legion team if this is going to continue, because so far Fade is only level 4, and as we can see, Imbaboy on this Valkyrie, this was a very offensive tri lane, and he's only on to 190 gold per minute. There is an invisibility being used onto Fade, though he's going to run straight over a Word of Revelation, though he needs to be careful. He's going to be initiated on, and he's going to go down once more.
Wow. Those ganks are so obvious, though, from Tanka. I'm not going to lie. When you spawn, you always pay attention to when your opponent mid-hero spawns, and if he isn't like in range of experience or creep farm for the like next 10 seconds after he spawns, it's obvious that he's ported somewhere. So they should have, I don't know, that gank was a bit, because you saw 4 heroes were ready for that.
I definitely see your point there. It's a good thing to broad. Oh my god, Wrath of the Pharaoh once again. Tangafet's not having an easy time here in the mid lane. Can't really blame him too much. He's gonna need some kind of ward of sight here to provide that uphill vision if he wants to continue going here.
Yep, this is what I mean though. And you know, Hellborn, they are the team who needs to do stuff. Legion is really, I mean, I can imagine they are super happy with what's happening now. They're getting some pick off, Clanks is recovering, they're getting the levels, they don't need to do anything. Hellborn is probably feeling a lot of pressure now. You know, they're like, whoa, we gotta do stuff.
Yes, safe to say. Evil Corporation here, yeah, being up at 8 points, 2 wins, 2 ties so far. Even if they are in a pretty good position, like they still need, like they would preferably, of course, want to win the series 2-0, not get any more ties, because obviously you want to place in the top 2 to avoid that loser bracket game, or at least optimally 3rd or 4th.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm still surprised that they haven't sent Drunken bottom yet. I can't imagine Drunken doing a lot of work with his farm. They have a lot of escape heroes and, you know, counter initiation, so I think it's just gonna get carried away.
Yeah, seems like there is going to be another collapse here at bot lane. Valkyrie is trying to do his best to actually bait. Burning Shadows though is only going to hit Clanks for now. The arrow, oh my gosh, the leap, no. Unfortunately the Fissure is going to block him a little bit, and his pathing is gonna go wrong. Down goes Revenant as well. Fade is gonna whiff as well. Nice Burning Shadow, but it's not going to save him from death, and down he goes. What's going on right now?
I have no clue. What the fuck was that? I mean, Legion, they obviously were ready for that team fight. They had 5 pours ready and they had all their ultimates up.
Yeah, and you have to assume that, like, Evil Corporation is by no means the kind of team that usually makes these kind of mistakes. Like, they're up versus a Pharaoh and a Bubbles with a port, as you said, like, and the tier 1 tower is still activated. Andromeda is farming in the safe lane, and yeah, I don't know, uncoordinated. They need at least 5 players if they want to commit to these early team fights.
I mean, look at Legion heroes, they're so good for early game fights. Drunken is like, you know, he focuses one hero, that hero dies, but he wasn't even there. Revenant is the same, he focused one hero.
And now Imba Boy is in trouble once more. I mean, he's not gonna get out of this one, is he? There is no reveal, but the Pharaoh, oh my god, he's actually gonna deny. Wow, I'm not entirely sure if he didn't realize that, but hey, down he goes.
Yep, but as I was saying, Legion has so much more, you know, AoE spells, and Hellborn is kind of like, they use their spells, they kill a target, and then they have nothing. But auto attack, so they need to burst people down, or they're gonna lose the team fight, and obviously a curse is a really good counter for that.
Yeah, the entire Legion lineup, like, it's been just, I don't know, constant aggression from their part, when you would assume that the Hellborn team is indeed going to bring the pressure. But as you can see, 10 hero kills in favor of the Legion team and only 3 coming out from the Hellborn side. Fate is enemies. They are going to initiate onto Bubbles, but I don't think they have enough lockdown to actually finish the kill, or do they? There is no take cover, by the way, on Bubbles so far. What do you think about that, by the way?
The only spell that is good for is Andrew, I guess.
Well, yeah. You could augur the Call of the Valkyrie and the Burning Shadows as well.
True, but I don't know, manly mode, I like it.
Alright, manly mode.
I agree. Take cover would have probably been a good option.
Yeah, it feels like 1 point. Tankifed once more in the mid lane, by the way. Burning Shadows is here now, but he's already trapped in, and the Hellfire is activated. The Bubbles, or I mean, Fade is going to be in trouble as well. Drunken Monster is going to jump in, but as you can see, it shields the Shockwave onto Andromeda. Drunken Monster is still going to commit to this, by the way. He's in it to win it, and it's not going to work out. Bubbles, though, might fall. Shellsharp is up. He's going to be able to get Fade before he drops himself. Now, Behemoth is in trouble. The wall, though, from Sibbe, it's perfect. It's going to catch both of them. Leap is on cooldown. Revenant as well is going to fall. Clanks is going to get 1 kill, 2 kills. It's a double tap for Probusk, and he hits that 320 gold per minute mark, and that is a disaster once again for this Hellborn team.
Whoa. And Tanka bought back. Don't forget to mention that. Whoa.
Wow, I didn't even see that. He bites back and dies again. That is his 5th death of the game. What is going on?
It's gonna be so hard for Hellborn. It's gonna be so hard. I don't know what they're gonna do here.
Yeah, we talked about the importance of Fade actually hitting level 6. I mean, how crucial that is for the Hellborn team to get those levels up on their supports. But so far, like, they are suffering big time. Like, Fade still in level 5. Still not having that reflection ability is so going to hurt his chances of actually setting up those successful kills. Now he's only limited to the Essence route, and of course it's only level 1 so far, so the invisibility time is very, very limited.
Yep, I think they should have swapped lanes when I mentioned it. Put Valkyrie top lane, but now they're gonna do with the Valk gank. But you know, these ganks are so obvious if you pay attention to minimap. We're gonna see what happens here.
Yeah, you can see Sibbe, like, he definitely senses that something is on its way. Thunderclaw, by the way, picked up on Clanks while this is happening. Here we go, Behemoth. He doesn't have the Shockwave quite yet, but the Wrath of the Fire are gonna catch Fade. He's not even gonna get an opportunity to get the Burning Shadows off. Hellborn team are still trying to bring down the Clanks. It is going to be successful, but it's going to come at a cost. Like I said, no Shockwave, but of course the Hellborn team doesn't know. They're desperately trying to get away from Behemoth. They are at least going to be able to support out with 1, and it seems like Tankifat is going to be able to get out of there safely as well. But still a 1-for-3 hero kill trade, and at this point, like, Hellborn team, they are not even happy with trading equally. They need to trade, they need to get more hero kills, simply said, than their opponents at this time.
Yep, that was such a desperate gank. Like, high risk, high reward, but yep, didn't work out.
Yeah, I think this goes back to what you brought up during the draft as well. The fact that, like, they are overdoing it with invisibility heroes. Like, 1 would have been enough, maybe 2. But having 3 heroes like Valkyrie, Prism, the Revenant, and the Fade, as you said as well, as long as you pay attention to the minimap, it becomes kind of obvious when everyone goes missing.
Yep, it's really obvious. And as we saw, Legion was waiting for that. They executed that teamfight really well, though. Xybi's like going, I don't know what he's buying, but I can imagine he's buying a Black Legion. He's just gonna go frontliner. He just like ran into 5 people. They used a lot of spells on him, a cursed shield, turned the fight around. Yeah.
Elder Parasite, here we go.
Maybe.
The Shockwave is, by the way, up on Behemoth now, and he got that pull key at the 16-minute mark as a secondary support. I wouldn't be too surprised if this actually could come down to the final battle here if the Hellborn team were to lose yet another team fight.
Yep, definitely.
Do they have any dust? They don't have any dust, unfortunately. Yo, okay, Bubbles actually got one. He's gonna use it right there, and they are going to finish off Imba Boy.
This is so grim.
Incredibly grim. I'm not used to seeing this from Evil Corporation. They dropped one game versus BMG, and I had Nero on as my co-caster for the second series, and he said that he was kind of disappointed over that one. He said that they threw it, they had it, they didn't have correct placement in the team fight, but still, like it still seemed like their coordination was pretty much on point throughout that series. But this game here, first one versus we so far, they're just getting completely outplayed.
Yes. Did you see that kill bottom?
Yeah, I caught the end of it only.
He drank his man up on the tower and Clanks TP'd it in, and he went a bit greedy. I think Shane could have poured it out. I think people don't think about that too often, like when you can pour it out or not. Because they don't have a lot of cancels. Oh, Nero's gonna die.
Hackstrom playing that one very well with the Shell Surf. He might still take cover, not going to be attempted. Shell Surf not up quite yet. He should be able to, he can take cover and pour it out, and he is going to do so. The support is nearby as well. Pharaoh actually picked up the post haste first here. Interesting. That is, well, I know that it is a personal preference of Seba. He's actually going to find Drunken Monster as well. Hellfire goes up. Of course, Drunken Monster can jump out of that wall with that stagger ability of his. Kind of seems like Recent Gaming or Evil Corporation have slowed down their pace a little bit, but here comes the draft to the Pharaoh. Of course, once again, Valkyrie is going to fall. The split pushing, like the Legion team is simply too far ahead at this point. Having level 12 onto Pharaoh, that level 2 ultimate, yeah, the concede vote is a fact, and game number 1 is being won by We So Fresh in a very, very convincingly manner here.
Yeah, did not see that coming, not at all.
No,
I honestly think they just got outplayed. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, not more or less.
Yeah, not outplayed like they outplayed them, but they. Okay. I guess got outplayed.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're 100%. You got the right to say that. I would certainly agree. Any final thoughts on the draft through the game? I mean, you mentioned that they did have a little bit too much invisibility, and as well as you pointed out that they should probably have made a transition, had a Drunken Master down at the bot lane.
I think a lot has to do with Hellborn draft is like they need to make stuff happen, they need to keep the aggression up. Meanwhile, Legion is like, look at the heroes, they can punish the aggression and they can also take a shield pill, do whatever they want. They want their items before they are gonna fight, and yeah, I just think the draft was really. I think he prepared his draft for a long time. Not gonna lie, expected a trialing man up.
Yeah, credits to Serenia, definitely for those creative picks running the Behemoth and of course a Curse, both in the support role, seem to work out pretty damn well in this game number 1. So yeah, We So Fresh up 1-0 versus Evil Corporation. We will be back right